My name is Corey Loxon. Today I'm going to be talking about the Assembly of God history class, and specifically as it relates to present-day church government nationally and locally for the AG. So there's two different types of Assembly of God churches that fall under either the General Council or the district affiliated. So I'm going to talk about those. The General Council has full autonomy. They're self-governing churches supported, where they're supporting themselves basically. So they're very fundamental to the Assembly of God fellowship growth over the years. District are the ones that are actually not fully qualified yet. They're not fully, they don't have full autonomy, I guess you'd say. So, of course, they all adhere to the statements of fundamental truths and biblical pattern of conduct. So the pastor, of course, is the one that's elected to preach and teach, and his example of leadership to the body of Christ, being a servant leader, public ministry like Jesus, focusing on the day-to-day operations of the church. Each assembly is under the district and national governing body. There's 66 districts. They have state boundaries. They have language groups that they're segmented into. The districts actually also focus on organizing camps and outreaches, different ministry opportunities. It's a fellowship avenue for different ministers and recommends ministers to national credentialing. They lead, they solve leadership issues, they direct the local assembly, and they're also a bridge between the local church and the national fellowship. So I thought that was important to understand for the listening audience today. Also want to talk about the national church, which is called the General Council of the Assembly of God. It's actually a cooperative fellowship. It's not a denominational per se. So I thought that was interesting to communicate, because a lot of people consider it a denomination. They want to segment it like all the other denominations. So the national headquarters is a service organization. They're going to educate through educational material that's passed down to the churches, putting together the organizational mission and making sure the churches stick to that, and putting together curriculum that can be used to streamline. Also credentialing, overseeing the colleges and seminaries that fall under their umbrella. They're the communication channels also for church and non-church publications, leading national programs and ministries for the Assembly of God. There's also the World Assembly of God, which is called the WAGF, which oversees 140 national churches. So the Assembly of God, as you know, is a very large organization. And so, of course, the Assembly of God started in 1914, the Azusa Street Revival. William Seymour started it. It's a missionary movement. William Seymour is an African-American gentleman who was focused on prayer. He actually was blind, so very inspirational story. That's where all the Pentecostal denominations came out of. At that time, only Catholicism was growing faster. Ernestine Houston actually was the one that started Speed the Light 73 years ago. That's interesting to me because I've always given to Speed the Light, especially when I was a young man at Mount Hope Assembly of God in Lansing, Michigan, growing up, and just being able to make a difference in the lives of other people, even as a young man. It gave me the opportunity to sow my offerings and know that I was making a difference. And so Speed the Light, of course, is in the local body of Christ. AG, they're basically short-term mission projects and trips. Chi Alpha is the college campus ministry in the AG. Interesting to note that 90% of Chi Alpha ministers have actually been on a mission trip. So I've been a leader with Chi Alpha at Lansing Community College previously, and also recently went on a mission trip to Santa Cruz University, where we did street evangelism and partnered with Chi Alpha and prayed for a lot of the students on the campus and encouraged their leadership to keep going. And so, of course, their focus is on Isaiah 6:8, which says, "And I heard the voice of the Lord saying, 'Whom shall I send, and who will go for us?' And then I said, 'Here am I, send me, Lord.'" So that's a verse that has always been a part of my life ever since growing up in the Assembly of God at a youth camp with Mount Hope, where I opened up my life to the Lord and just said, hey, Lord, wherever you want to send me. And then that ended up leading to a full-time scholarship opportunity to go to college and start a campus ministry at Baker College in Michigan, where we were seeing healings and signs and wonders, deliverance. And I led a weekly Bible study called Common Ground with my later would-be wife. I was dating at that time, Vanessa. And so, yeah, Assembly of God has definitely impacted my life through Speed the Light and Chi Alpha and the Azusa Street Revival going all the way back. And of course, the local and national church government supports AG, and I look forward to partnering with them in the future to be even more successful in my ministry endeavors. Thank you.